All right, guys, what's going on? It's Jack, and welcome back to another video. And today I want to talk about something that was mentioned to me in the comments section in the previous video, and it's something that I kind of didn't really think about, and it's something that I just normally don't think about, but I should, and you guys are absolutely right for those of you guys that mentioned it in the comments section, and that is marketing. Where in the world is the marketing for XDefiant? According to XDefiant themselves, we are roughly about, what, 2 to 3 weeks or so from launch. And some people are believing that October 1st is actually going to be the launch of the game. There's going to be a PC kind of playtest, so to speak, that's going to take place for about 6 hours later today. But other than that, there's, there's like when you download it or whatnot, or when you go to install it, it says, release date October 1st or something like that. And that's obviously a typo. And October 1st is a Sunday, if memory serves correctly. So do games really release on a Sunday? No. Although if they did release on a Sunday, I think that would be kind of interesting. But to my knowledge, there's no game that is ever released on a Sunday unless somebody is able to tell me otherwise. But basically, that is what's pretty much going on with XDefiant. And there's some people out there that believe that the game is actually going to release on October 1st, but it's very, very, very unlikely for that to happen. So let's continue talking about the marketing, shall we? So we're about 3 weeks away from the game's release, according to XDefiant, and basically at this point, a lot of players do not believe that the game is actually going to come out in 3 weeks because there hasn't really been marketing. You guys know that saying, when there's smoke, there's fire. Well, when there's an upcoming game release, there's marketing. Now, we know, obviously people are going to be comparing this game to Call of Duty just like they have been doing ever since getting their hands on it, and even before then. Ever since the announcement of this game, people have been comparing it to Call of Duty, and rightfully so. But there are differences below the surface to where there's enough to contrast everything that this game is, or what it's setting out to be, when you compare it to Call of Duty. But with that being said, I think the most important thing to remember is that Activision has deep pockets, and they really are known to not just market their stuff, but like over market their stuff. So when you look at that, it's like, yeah, it just makes absolute sense. Even when you compare the marketing for other games out there, Activision really goes out on another level. And the reason is, there's two reasons for that. Number one, there's the brand name that's going to be very familiar to a lot of people. So for the people that kind of briefly forgot about it or are not thinking about it, it's like, boom, there's the marketing. It's like, oh yeah, Call of Duty's out, I gotta buy Call of Duty. And of course, there's just the marketing in and of themselves for the new people and all that kind of stuff, and for the word to spread and yada yada yada. Marketing sells. It's one of the reasons why people do it. It's one of the reasons why all these movies do it the way they do it, and everything like that. So advertising and marketing is a really big deal, even for a content creator on YouTube or whatnot. I mean, there's like a lot of content creators will ask for, they'll ask for likes, they'll ask for subs and stuff like that. And believe it or not, it is actually a form of marketing when you think about it, actually. So it's, because when people are watching your video, it is the video itself that they're watching and all that kind of stuff, but they're just watching for the sake of watching. But then it's like when you, when you say, please leave a like or please subscribe or something like that, you're basically reminding them that, like, hey, this is also, I'm also marketing myself, so please support me, blah, blah, blah. Same exact concept with Call of Duty. It's just the way it works. So, and of course with XDefiant. So now, to my knowledge, let's see, Apex Legends is a game that actually didn't market at all. Well, I don't know if it marketed after release, but for the most part, Apex Legends just kind of shadow dropped out of nowhere and became what it became. And of course, there's another game that got shadow dropped. Well, it was marketed during the Xbox showcase, which was the only time, and it was shadow dropped, basically. Like, yep, available right now on Game Pass. So it's like there's very few games, if at all, that get released without marketing. And I know that there's been plenty of content creators, both big and small. I know that there's been streamers, both big and small, that have already made videos about the game and are continuing to make videos about the game, and people have talked about it and such. But it's been quite a while since we gotten anything significant other than, whatever Mark Rubin decides to post on his Twitter. So the biggest thing to remember at this point is that everybody's got a point when they say, hey, this game might actually not come out. Well, why do you say that? Well, where's the marketing? You know, I would say, if anything, when it comes to this whole XDefiant thing, I would say that we should really be concerned in about a week from now. In about a week from now, we should be concerned, okay? Because if the game is, you know, let's say about a week from now, if the game itself, if you don't start to see any marketing or anything like that, then we've got kind of an issue, because you're talking about less than 2 weeks before your game is going to come out, and there's no marketing for it whatsoever. They're already kind of cutting it close as it is, but who knows? Maybe they have a marketing strategy that we don't know about. I don't know. You know, I don't know. I'm assuming that there is a strategy, but at this, the way things are, I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't. But anyway, so yeah, I would say give it about another week, and then we can go from there. And again, this game has the tremendous potential to basically play its cards right and absolutely do good by the community, and do good by so many different ways and so many different things as far as gaming is concerned, and as well as their approach to their transparency and communication, and the kind of treatment that we're going to get as fans of the game and as players of the game. There certainly is a lot to look forward to, but at the same time, we do need those numbers, and we need all the promotional we can get in order for this game to reach those kind of numbers. So whatever their marketing strategy is, hopefully it works. Hopefully it's not something that they kind of fall on their face on. And even though Ubisoft themselves, you know, they're big, but even though they're not as big as Activision Blizzard, and therefore not having the kind of deep pockets that Activision Blizzard has, I am pretty sure that they will effectively market this. But the question is when, and that is what kind of ties it up to the release date, because a lot of people just do not believe that the game is going to release when they say it's going to release, because of the fact that there's lack of marketing. And when you look at it from that perspective, it's like they're not wrong. They're not wrong. So there's it's either that, or there's something else going on that we don't know, and therefore it doesn't even make sense. So so I would say give it about another week. I'd say give it about another week. Give it till about midweek next week. And if there's no marketing or whatnot going on or anything like that, then, you know, it could be a cause for concern. And of course, Mark Rubin is going to be continuing to do his thing, to being as transparent as possible, which is great. And yeah, here's hoping. I mean, the game could even release sooner than mid-October, which is yet another cause for concern. But I'm looking at it from the latest point possible. They said early to mid-October, so I'm thinking mid-October, because of the whole process and all the information that has pretty much been brought upon us over the latest tweets by Mark Rubin. But for the most part, that is my cause for concern, if anything else. So with that being said, I'm going to pass it off to you guys. What do you guys think? Do you guys think it's they're cutting it really close? Do you guys think that they could do something else? I don't know. Some of you guys that might be listening to this might be marketing geniuses. You know, you guys actually might have some insight on terms of how this works, and how the most effective way for this to work is, and all that kind of stuff. And I'd really like to know. But anyway, let me know down in the comment section what your overall thoughts are on everything, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.